write about. Trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist. Am I worth anything or just discount? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
That was great sounds of Watts with Outside on WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven. 1, 2, 3. Three nerds venting. Myself, Preston, Long Island Rays, Elm City Made, the one and only EZ BlueZ. And we got the OG Blurred himself. The one and only. The dedicated. Great addition to this program. Often criticized. Doesn't care what you think about him.
At all.
Supervillain to many. Superhero to the ones that matter. The one and only, the professor. Three Nerds Vent, everybody. On WNHHLP 103.5 FM New Haven. Your monthly segment of three grown men sharing our therapy on pop culture because we need this right now.
Yeah.
And my favorite segment of Three Nerds Venting, overrated, underrated, waste of time. Let's get it going. Comfort foods. Comfort foods. My overrated, and it's one of my favorite foods of all possible, is pizza. Pizza is my most overrated comfort food, and I love it to death. I will even have a bad pizza and make it work.
Oh, it's true.
And make it work.
I've seen.
I can have cold pizza and make
cold
it
pizza's
work.
First of all, cold pizza is delicious.
Delicious.
It is. It is.
And one of my favorite pizzas is dessert pizza. I had a s'mores pizza last year.
Okay.
It was delicious.
Okay.
I've had an apple streusel pizza.
I would tear that up. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dessert pies are in.
Yeah.
And apparently I think Carvel, if there's still a one around, which one I saw, they had an ice cream pizza, which I really want to look forward into.
What?
So pizza is my most overrated food.
Okay.
For comfort foods. Waste of time. Probably get slammed when I say this. Chex Mix or trail mix is a waste of time. It can be hit or miss. Some are really good. But it has to be homemade, in my opinion. If you make a homemade trail mix or Chex Mix, it is delicious. But the ones you get at a store is always a miss for me. Because I can go in, because those of you who are unaware of a trail mix or a Chex Mix, talking to the unseen eye, they usually have a combination of different chips, like pretzels, maybe some goldfish maybe in there, and maybe like some little chips. But there's like this one or these couple odd stuff that shouldn't be in there. Some types of chips I do not know the name of for sure, which are like it's just bland. That does not need to be in the mix. Sometimes you get a dry pretzel within that Chex Mix or store mix. Sometimes you get some like old nuts within those Chex Mix or trail mix that you do not want to eat. And it just gets out of nowhere. And I say Chex Mix or trail is one of, in my opinion, of a waste of time. Another honorable mention for my waste of time, and I didn't really mention honorable mentions when I gave the set list to my other guys here. My honorable mention for a waste of time is string cheese. I never liked the string cheese, the packaged string cheese. I think it's awful, and I'm not a fan of it. Maybe I need to try a certain type of brand of the string cheese.
They're all terrible.
Oh my God, I can use this as a snack.
They're all terrible.
It's not for me.
The only time string cheese has been done well was when it put in the stuffed crust, because that's what you get to stuff the crust.
And I'm cool with that because it's used for something. But on its own, I can't consider it a snack.
Yeah.
And don't be battering it up and frying it, making it like fried mozzarella. It's still terrible. No thanks.
Yeah, you gotta have actual
a good mozzarella stick. A good mozzarella stick is delicious. Also,
that is true, but not from
a
string
good thing of fresh mozzarella. Have you had some fresh mozzarella
Fresh
I've
mozzarella,
had
yes.
that. That don't count because that's real.
Mozzarella
That's the
and
real
string
deal.
cheese are
That's
entirely
delicious.
two different things.
No, they completely are. They completely are, and it is one of those things where the higher quality, there's no way it's going to stay together. So it's very very Rubbermaid. I got you. I completely understand. Also, I wanted to reference on your trail mix aspect of it. It's because you're not using the highest quality and alcoholic content in getting your sugar.
I understand that, but in order for it to be good, I don't have to do that.
No. If you want it to be really good, you have to do that.
I shouldn't make it really good. It's their job, not mine. I shouldn't put the work in for a snack. I really shouldn't. And I'm going to stand by that.
So Chex has like this decadent one, right?
They have a decadent one.
It has like, it's like sweet and like mildly savory. That one's a cheat because it's basically just a bunch of candy.
Yeah.
So you can't really count that. Yeah.
Has one that has like chocolate and peanut butter covered.
Those are good.
Right.
Those are really good. I did try those.
You can't count those though. Those are just
that's
candy.
just sugar. That's just
right.
That's just as Wilford Brimley said. That's just diabetes.
Yeah, regular Chex Mix. You can have that. That's trash. Yeah. So I'm
anticipated to hear your guys' picks. I'm going to give you my underrated. Yes. And it can never go wrong. I had never met anyone who did not like this snack, but it's not the most popular snack. Original Lay's potato chips. You can't go wrong with original Lay's potato chips. They're not the best potato chip ever. They are not the best potato chip.
All right.
But
I'll take that.
You cannot go wrong with an original Lay's potato chip. They are a reliable snack.
All right. That's fair.
Other brands, much better. Other brands, much superior. But the original Lay's potato chip, if you have that with a nice sandwich, you're not going to complain.
Nah.
Question. Do you guys put the chips on the sandwich?
I do.
Inside.
Yeah. Yes.
And inside the sandwich.
So you get that extra crunch.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
That's the way
just makes it
That's the only
better.
way to do it. Yeah.
It makes it better.
So much better.
And I did that with Pringles chips. I did that with some Doritos chips, not all.
Right. No, you can't do it with all of them.
But original Lay's potato chips is my most underrated snack because they are reliable.
Nice.
Put thought into this. So whoever wants to go next can take.
You put a lot of thought into it. You want to know something? I'm gonna go next, and I'm gonna say that my overrated is one that not a lot of people use.
Okay.
It's fluff. I think fluff is completely overrated. Just melt the
fluff is overrated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just melt the marshmallow. You're lazy. You know what I'm saying? Be motivated. Make it yourself.
Gotcha.
DIY, bro. DIY. My overrated. My waste of time.
Waste of time snack. Let's go.
Waste of time snack, I have to say, is the charcuterie board.
Oh, that hurt. Oh.
Well, hear me out.
You know what? I'm going to hear you out because I'm 50-50 on it. I'm going to hear you out.
It's got to sit out for a while. There's all these bugs and stuff flying over it and different aspects in there.
It has to be served inside of a house.
Yeah, but how many hands have been touched in that aspect of it, bro? I ain't trying to catch COVID again, bro. I just, you know what I mean?
I feel you. Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Because of the way that it's served.
Everyone's house.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
Agreed.
I mean, there are some people who've made delicacies out of that. There are some people who use reusable toilet paper. Let's be real.
Wow. Let's move on.
And my underrated, I you want to know something? I'm actually gonna flip it because I think although it has so many different uses and all that type of aspect of it, I do think that it is so celebratory and there are so many different styles of it that pizza for me would be underrated. And the reason why I say that is, one, coming from a pizza capital of the world and coming to New Haven, you start to see some different things that happen.
I saw what you did there now. Just disrespectful. I knew you were gonna say something about that. I saw what you did there, but that was disrespectful, especially when we broke the record, sir. Thank you.
That's great. That's great. That's fantastic. No, congratulations on breaking that record. I have to say, congratulations on breaking that record.
You.
And I know that you had your 4 slices, and that was on point.
I actually volunteered.
You volunteered
the event. I volunteered the event. It was really fun.
Really?
That's
I didn't know you could volunteer for the event. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
And I got free food.
And you got free food. There you go.
Can't beat that.
There you go.
No, you can't.
There you go. Nice.
But go ahead.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna
that's what I say. That's what I say. I just feel, because you have the Detroit style pizza, which is starting to become in flux and in popularity now.
Right.
You have the Chicago style pizza, which is like a lasagna. You know what I'm saying? So, and you have, the New York style pizza. And then there's your styles of pizza. It kind of works out really well for you, and it is kind of in that underrated aspect of it. And I remember when pizza blew up, like when pizza went from being 1 or 2 spots to being every corner. You had a pizzeria or a Domino's or a Pizza Hut. I used to work for Pizza Hut. I could tell you what goes in all the pizzas. And yes, your vegetable lover pizza, there was bacon in it. I'm just being real.
Okay, so those are your 3 picks.
Yeah, those are my 3 picks.
All right, cool.
All right. So here's the thing. It's that time of year. And I got to tell you, for comfort foods,
right.
Pumpkin anything. Pumpkin anything. Just
there you go.
Sweet potato anything. Pumpkin sweet potato anything. Knock it off. Like that's way overrated.
Pumpkin everything I understand, but sweet potato everything?
I can't stand sweet potato fries, sweet potato.
Okay,
I can't none of it. None of it. No. Just the pie, the actual sweet potato instead of a regular potato. The fried. No, they should never be fried. I don't know who thought. Whoever.
Hold on. No, but what about yams? Like what about plate of yams?
Nope.
With the brown sugar on top and the marshmallows on top of that.
Not at all.
Thrown in the oven.
Not at all.
With some extra cinnamon and sugar on top of that.
No, they can have that. They can have all that. No,
Word.
thank you. No,
Word.
thank you. No, thank you.
That hurts my heart a little bit.
Whoever thought that was a good idea, your days are numbered.
Okay. It's a fair one.
Pumpkin spice latte and cookies.
I feel you. I feel you on the pumpkin, especially considering apple is so much of a superior taste.
I know. Like when you have apple in the house, why do you even need to look at a pumpkin anything? It's good. The only thing it's good for is being carved and putting a light in it. So yay! That's it. That's all it's good for.
You ever had pumpkin on its own?
What?
You ever had pumpkin on its own?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ironically, and shame on me, when I was a kid, I used to bake cookies all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to make pumpkin cookies during the holidays.
Oh, that's delicious.
Like during Halloween and stuff.
Absolutely.
And they were delicious, but you know what? Past me, we're gonna have a talk later. That was ridiculous. Anyway, no. Pumpkin, sweet potato, none of that. None of that. My underrated. Hear me out on this.
Okay.
So during the fall into the winter, I like making soup stews and stuff like that. White lima beans with smoked neck bones over white rice with some hot sauce. I will tear that.
Repeat yourself real quick.
I will repeat that.
Yourself.
White lima beans with smoked neck bones, right?
Smoked neck bones
over white rice. With some hot sauce. Frank's hot sauce. Matter of fact, splashed on that joint. I will tear that up. Matter of fact, I'm making some next weekend. I made chili last weekend. I love soup stews and all that, but that white lima beans.
It's that time for it too.
It is that time for it, right?
It's time for it too. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that white lime. Oh, it's so delicious, so delicious. You could add a little bit of water and stuff like after a while, and you can make it soupy and stuff. And you don't even need the rice anymore. You can use the rice and throw rice in there too. But oh my goodness, it is so delicious, so versatile. Oh my goodness, people be sleeping on them smoked neck bones, but they go good in the smoke. black eyed peas, pinto beans, navy beans. You name the bean, that smoked neck bone goes right with it. But yeah, those white lima beans, highly, highly underrated. Highly underrated.
Highly underrated.
Now for my waste of time, green lima beans. You can get those out of here. Get them out of here. Get them out of here. Green lima beans, get them out of here. They're an abomination. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Childhood trauma there.
Yes,
Okay.
you can tell.
Wow.
Get
Yeah.
Childhood trauma.
Get them out of
Were,
here.
were you force fed those?
Yes. Those green beans and peas. Get them
Peas
out.
too.
And
I can't do
beets.
peas.
And beets. Get
Dude,
them
that's
out of
because
here.
beets taste like dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, they taste like dirt. People are
They
like, oh,
taste,
these
they taste like somebody
beets.
ground their feet into the dirt, right?
No.
I
And
can't
put their
say
foot in their
anything. I
mouth.
like beets. I like
You
beets.
like beets?
I can't
You're a
say anything.
sadist, sir.
I
You're a
like
sadist
Yeah,
if you like
you
beets.
like beets. Well, that's fine. That's fine.
A chef made me a beet salad. It was good.
Right?
Probably hypnotized you before you actually ate it. That's why you
Yeah,
like it now. It's an
exactly.
abomination.
It's an abomination.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Beets
You might
are
as well
good
go
for your
outside.
bloodstream.
Might as well go
I'm just
outside and lick the
saying.
grass. Go
Yeah.
lick the grass.
You can blend the beets and put in some juice.
Who
Yeah,
would do
no,
that?
you can
That's who would
totally
do that.
put
Oh
the
no.
Nastiness in
God.
juice. Why
And
would
they
you
look
do
so
something
pretty.
that disrespectful to juice?
They look so good, like they're gonna be delicious. No, they're not.
No,
Grapes,
and let's
grapes,
be clear, though.
apple, beets.
They don't necessarily
good for
look that
blood.
good because if you hold two beets together, what do they look like?
Wow. Hey. I'm saying
I'm
walnuts.
just
look like-
saying.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
They are
That
good for the
means-
bloodstream, so you know.
Word, that's fine. They're gross.
I can't say
green
anything
lima
further.
beans.
Okay,
Green lima beans. Get them out of here.
Green lima beans.
There
See
you go.
later.
That's my. Those are my picks.
Since you got that energy, put up or shut up. Which super-powered hero would lose to you in a
Can
one-on-one
I please
fight
go
with
first?
no prep and why? Professor, go ahead.
Please. Oh, I need this one so bad. Oh my
Yes.
God. Pre-Redcon Hal Jordan's Green Lantern.
Mm.
All I need to do is put on a yellow jumpsuit from head to toe, hat the whole 9 yards. Scully, I'm beating the brakes off of him. How are you gonna make his weakness yellow? What? I will beat him. It's funny. It happened in the comic book too. Some dude just said, "All right, I got this," and just put on a yellow outfit and beat the brakes off of Hal Jordan. Come see me, Hal Jordan. I'll find some yellow. What? And as an adult, I get it now. I get it now. Like when somebody back in the day said, "Oh, you're yellow," that means you're scared.
Yeah,
and that's kind of they retconned it and said, "Oh, it's not that the color yellow. It's fear.
It's fear.
The weakness." So I get that. But yeah, that's who I would beat down. Hal Jordan, and he was a little too snarky back in the day too. The arrogant like pilot. Yeah, okay. Let me see you for a couple of minutes. Let me see you for a couple of minutes. And I'm gonna take your ring as a trophy, like Batman does all the time. What does this do? Come on, Hal Jordan. That's my pick. I needed to say that.
Man, for me, for shame on me, Howard the Duck.
Really? You gonna
Preston, I love you, but he'll beat the brakes off of you, yo. Howard the Duck can fight us. He could fight, yo. I don't want that smoke. I don't want that smoke.
This man wants to challenge a Green Lantern, but doesn't want to mess with the duck.
No, he could.
And you know how tough it is not to rhyme duck right now?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, go read some of those comic books. He could fight.
He can fight.
He could fight.
Yeah.
What's
what's
the
Fu? I'm just gonna say it.
Duck Fu?
He knows Duck Fu, and I'm telling you, dude is lethal. Okay, all right. You take you. First of all, I would pay to see. I'd love you, Press. I would love to see that fight. I would love to see that fight, and I'm gonna help you up after it's over. I'm gonna help you right up
after it's over.
I'm not jumping in though.
If I get up, right? If I get up,
I'm not jumping in. I'm not jumping in.
So Howard the Duck was a bad pick for me.
Oh my goodness.
Whew.
You should do some research before you said that. Oh, holy crap. Woo. Woo.
Who you going against, Easy?
Well, let me set the scene for you, all right? First of
All right.
all, I'm going to go to the jukebox, and I'm going to put on 3 doors down, kryptonite. That's the first thing that I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna grab Lois Lane by the back of the head. I'm gonna hit her really hard.
Oh,
Sir.
And then
Sir.
Superman can fly down here, and I'll make a quarter appear out of his ear because he's weak to magic, and then I'll slap the bejesus out of him.
oh man, he is weak
This
to magic.
man's dislike for Superman is
Yo,
unreal.
I really hurt my wrist.
You deserve that. You're gonna take a girl and
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm fighting Superman, man. If I can't fight Superman, I ain't even getting up in the morning, bro. Let's go. Giddy up.
let's go on WNHHLP 103.5 FM, New Haven, 3 Nerds Venting, myself, Preston, Easy BlueZ, and the Professor. Which comic book film relates to you the most in a personal way? I'll go first.
Okay.
Into the Spider-Verse. Very first one with Miles. That got to me in a personal way of trying to find himself through the teenage years, and it was really cool aspect of one-on-one. And in my opinion, that's one of the best comic book films because it felt like I opened a comic book and saw it on the screen. So that very first Into the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales got me in a most personal way. Whoever wants to go next can go ahead.
Why don't you go, Professor? I have to do a little bit of research real quick.
Okay. I had to think long and hard about this one because philosophically, there are several movies that kind of, I kind of identify with the main character.
Right.
But I chose one. I chose Blade, and I chose Blade for a reason. The reason it's Blade is because there's nothing that he can do to be fully accepted in 2 worlds that he's a part of. Okay.
Mhm.
So he's looked at as a bad guy sometimes, right? He's looked at as a good guy sometimes. He's feared by the humans and the vampires. So it's like he, as a damn fear, like he really doesn't have a place, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he still does what he has to do, and he doesn't care about whatever people think. And I kind of feel that way sometimes, like doing what I do for work and stuff like that. There are moments where I often feel that I hate the politics of it all sometimes, all the time. It's not sometimes, all the times. But but I love what I do, and I don't do it for money.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I didn't have to pay bills and stuff like that and take care of my mortgage and my kids, I would do this job for free. And it's primarily because I really don't care what people think about me. I don't care what other educators think about me. I care about making sure that our kids get what they need because I'm thinking future forward. I'm thinking, they're our future. And if you don't set them up right, you know what I mean? And you don't give it your all and stuff like that, we're doomed in the future. So I take it as a personal task to do my best to make sure that our kids get what they need. And I like having that responsibility. And it's a lot like Blade. Blade knows vampires are bad, and he knows there's like some magic stuff going on, and he's like, I'm gonna take care of this, whether or not you want me to, or like me, or you know what I'm saying. And it's like I don't really need any friends or anybody's approval. I'm just gonna do it because it's the right thing to do. I know I'm part of the problem because I'm one of them, but I'm gonna still do what needs to be done. There are a lot of bad apples, bad teachers. I hate to say it like that, that are doing it for the wrong reasons. They're not doing it for the sake of the kids. They're doing it because they want a paycheck or they want to have some authority over somebody, right? They're not doing it for the reasons that I'm doing it. So I'm good. But yeah, Blade is my choice of movie.
Nice. All right, that's awesome. And mine is completely out of left field. And it's also based off a graphic novel, so it only states the a little bit of the comic book world, but it's still there. So it falls into that. Mine's 300.
Okay.
You know, I growing
It,
up, be, hmm?
is it because of the beard?
Yes, 100% because of the beard. No, but it's also because like a lot of those aspects of it, you know, growing up the way that I grew up, you know, wanting to figure out what that next level is, you know, being as fascinated with the Book of Five Rings that I am, as being as fascinated with the Art of War that I am, to see these people, you know, at the pinnacle where they're tested the most and tested the most thoroughest, and some of them might not walk away. You know, I love the fact where he said, you know, eat hearty, boys, because tonight we dine in hell. You know, it's just one of those things. And now, of course, the beard it works really well. I'm thinking about putting it like and get a double beard and
A
like
double beard?
yeah, well, you know, where you have the scrunchie in the middle of the beard, kind of like and then have another beard under the scrunchie.
I say rock the ZZ Top you're doing now, man. You're doing a good
That's
job.
what, yeah. That's what I'm going to get it shaped up though because it is
Yeah,
starting. Yeah,
if it's
starting
not
to get
broken, don't fix it.
yeah, it's starting to get a little crazy. It's starting to get a little yeah. The wind blows through the beard, which is great. I love when the wind blows through my beard.
Thank
All
you
right.
for the Book of Five Rings, by the way. I'm gonna order that now. Thank you, because
Yeah,
I
I have
have
it
a dog.
tattooed on my arm.
Okay. Thank you for that. That
Yeah, no
looks
worries.
interesting.
It's really and actually became one of the biggest business books of
Okay.
all time.
And the guy and Miyamoto Musashi,
Died of old
the
age.
best swordsmith, and
Died of old age as a
yeah,
samurai.
the
Wow, that's awesome.
best swordsmith
Yeah.
that ever lived.
Hmm.
And so thank you for that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get that
No
book and
worries.
read
It's,
that.
it's awesome. It's really, really
That's
cool.
legit. That's
Yeah.
legit.
Let's go from 5 rings to 10 rings. Marvel Zombies. We had two
Mhm.
past trailers that just passed out, and I'm highly anticipated for this project. Number one, Blade Knight, or
Mhm.
Blade Moon Knight, or Moonblade, whatever you want to call him. Unfortunately, Mahershala Ali is not going to be voicing. Oh my goodness, here we go.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Reportedly or allegedly, it's going to be voice actor Todd Williams, but it's
I'll
going to
take
be
him. I don't
matching
care who that
Ali's
is.
voice.
I don't
But
care who that is. Whoever.
the Blade they had was exceptional, which I
I
loved.
can't wait.
And I'm really disappointed that we can't have this Blade on screen. So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but we need that live action Blade movie now. But I know it's not going to be a straight adaptation of this comic, but and their own interpretation, just what I've seen through these past two trailers, is really anticipating. It's only going to be 4 episodes, but I think it's what's needed for that company right now, in my own personal opinion.
Yeah, no, I don't say you're wrong there. I think
Yeah, it's needed.
it's needed. My whole
Hmm.
thing has just been Marvel's rollout schemes have been
Hmm.
really weird to me from their promotional aspects of it. You know,
Of
I
course,
don't
I agree.
understand how this soon to be 4 episode thing already has more press than 2 shows that were phenomenal.
That were good.
Um,
That were
yeah,
really good. Eyes of
I'm
Wakanda
not,
was good.
Eyes of Wakanda
Ironheart
was
was good.
good. Ironheart was good. It just wasn't necessarily pressed the way that it should have been pressed.
No, I agree.
Um,
I agree.
so I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to tie it all in. Obviously, we all know from if they stick severely to the source material, then the Marvel Zombies are going to be into effect and in play for the big screen. But will we see it?
I don't think we're gonna see it. I like the animated aspect better,
Mhm.
but I don't feel we're gonna see it on a big screen probably from decades from now.
Right.
You know how they could do it. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah, go ahead.
You remember the Multiverse of Madness,
I remember that.
right? Doctor
It,
Strange, right?
it was disappointing to me.
And I'll clutch my pearls later.
No. We can talk about it a little later.
But you see how, remember they were going through the different multiverses?
Of course,
Mhm.
yes.
One of the multiverses was animated.
Hmm.
Because this is a multiversal movie coming up, right?
Mhm.
Doomsday.
Yeah.
If they did those scenes with the Marvel zombies during like and cut to like a animated thing
Right.
for that part of the multiverse, that would be phenomenal.
That'd be
And there
cool.
you have it. There you have it. You'd
Right.
be able to incorporate them. I think they could do it live action, which again, if they're gonna follow the comic, the source material, they're gonna have to because
Mhm.
that's how they're gonna get their Black Panther back in my head. In my head, if they play it that way. But I think they're gonna figure out a way to pull it off.
Right.
Yeah, the trailer was phenomenal. I was trying to I have to support those trailers, but I was trying not to because I was protesting the lack of Ironheart trailers, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I
But
got you.
but but I did watch it because I wanted to make sure, I could speak like intelligently about this, but I'm really really looking forward to it. I think they're going to do a good job. It's going to be amazing like the first one was. So, there you have it.
Yeah, the first What If was really good. I liked it. I'm a little curious though. What if we get some unreleased audio from Chadwick on there? Because
That would be
it's
cool.
a continuation.
No.
You don't think so?
You never know. You never
don't
know.
want it.
Everybody has I mean, I understand why would you say that? I'm not against why you would say that. But to me, that'll hit me in a different way if we hear Chadwick's voice with the Black Panther. Because they have a scene where it's Chadwick, Spider-Man, and it was Ant-Man's head around the Doctor Strange cloth. They're continuing that episode from What If.
Right.
And Chadwick was really involved in season 1 of What If before he passed.
But I would like to see it.
Yeah, when you do voiceover work, there's always back. You know what I'm saying? There's always back audio.
No, I'd love to see that, but I'm still on the, kind of recast Black Panther thing, and I've been on that since the beginning. So I think this would be a great opportunity to transition and introduce the new Black Panther because Shuri's not it and Killmonger's not it. They would work in for alternate universe. And Shuri was the main Marvel universe Black Panther for a little bit until T'Challa came back as the king of the dead, which was dope. But I don't know. I'm still like kind of on the fence. Would I love to hear Chadwick Boseman, do the audio? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Would I think it's the right move? No, but I don't work for Disney or Marvel, so it is what it is. I'm just a lowly fan.
We all are. You're not alone. But I think it'll be great. Another thing, I like the fact they have these superpowered individuals talking as zombies.
Right.
As I saw in a couple trailers,
I like that too,
which I really like it too, because they talked in the comics. They had it was a condition they couldn't help because they were zombies, but as far as not all, but a majority of their intelligence, they still had in their head. But they got so controlled over and so infected that they focused more on their muscle memory to go on the eating and doing all the scary stuff and all that. But it's gonna be really interesting to see Scarlet Witch because they got
she's a problem.
Yeah, she's gonna be a problem for him. She's definitely gonna be a problem.
The wild thing is like them being kind of aware while they're zombies and stuff. That makes them a bigger threat anyway. Like a mindless, walking, attacking zombie.
Right.
Not thinking that they have the Infinity Gauntlet, not thinking that they,
different.
have Iron Man. It's way different, right? So, oh my goodness, I find them more of a threat than anything. And then the Scarlet Witch, oh my God. Scarlet Witch, she was a problem in that last What If. Holy crap. So, and I saw her, like I said, I saw her in the trailer too. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be awful, but great awful. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
it's gonna be a bad day for them.
It's gonna be a sad ending. It's definitely gonna be a sad ending.
Of course.
Yeah.
But it's very refreshing to see this because in my opinion they're gonna get some real competition now, and they need to step it up when it just comes to their direction with things. And Easy, I still you have like a weird look after I said that. I need to hear your thoughts.
Weird. Are you trying to say that the DCU is gonna affect them in some way?
I think they have competition.
I don't.
Because I really feel they have competition.
Okay.
Who?
After Marvel Studios, I think they have competition now.
From who?
David.
From who?
From James
David.
Gunn and Company. I really feel they have competition
serious?
now. I'm dead serious.
No, wait, you're being serious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
After Superman, after watching my episodes of Peacemaker, I really feel they have competition now. I'm just in a
You're
strong.
giving James Gunn too much credit because no.
And I am, and I don't care.
Yeah, word.
Because I'm optimistic I really feel competition will make these guys better.
Oh, I agree. I'm a big fan of that. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm
with that.
in the pro wrestling aspect of it, and competition drives sales. I'm not like it's gonna make the other product better.
Yes,
but you're kind of comparing. Some say you're comparing apples and oranges, but you're like comparing H and orange to like an orange.
Facts.
Okay. I see your mindset on this.
Well, they don't have the money. It's not like
okay.
they're looking to sell Warner Brothers again.
All right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like so they don't necessarily. And then what? Paramount's going to own it.
And you're talking about going up against the House of Mouse. I mean,
yeah, bro. Like that's
they print money like seriously.
Yeah.
So dumping a little money
with mouse faces on it.
Yeah, so
I understand.
dumping more money because I'll be honest with you. I'll say it. I'll admit this openly. The Superman put some urgency on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they need that.
Yeah. Superman put some urgency.
They can't be the only big guy in town. They cannot.
But that's the thing. Marvel was already up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And DC was like way down here. James Gunn put them here. They're still not up here with them.
Right.
They're still not really competition with them.
That I agree with you on. But except for the competition part, I really feel they are going to be competition for them. They're building themselves up the right way. I really feel that.
Here's the thing: the art is always subjective.
Right, that is true.
Will they be able to build up enough, and will it be in the time frame that the public wants it enough that it'll be able to maintain? That's going to be the big thing. Because what is our problem with Marvel is that they're overproduced. They release stuff that is all this type of stuff. So
and now they got a smarter balance. You notice, right?
They got a much smarter balance that goes about it now. Obviously, they should be promoting some of their better things.
Right.
We could talk about that all day long.
Some of their blacker things, I'll say that too. Some of their black.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
You're
absolutely right. And I'm totally am with this. I'm totally with this whole. You can say what you want about my opinion. It's my opinion.
I feel your opinion, and I. It's kind of like I wish to be that kid that still believes in Santa Claus.
Okay.
And your opinion is kind of in that, like, I believe in Santa Claus type of way. And I wish I still had that joy and innocence in myself.
All right. But I feel Superman did give that urgency.
Okay.
And I feel we won't get these lackluster projects from Marvel when we know they can do better because the lackluster projects they had involved with great characters that we like to see.
Okay. I can tell you something though.
Go ahead.
I believe this is what I believe, right? I believe Thunderbolts was just as good as Superman.
I
agree.
I believe Fantastic Four was even better.
I do too. Right? So again, if we're talking about it's less of an urgency of like, oh, they're catching up. It's more of a they're in my eyesight. They're getting a little too close.
That's a better way to say it.
Let me continue with my dominance, but I can see them. Right? I can see them.
And
it's a way for them not to get comfortable.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I think that's a better way to see my perception on things.
That's it.
It's making them uncomfortable, and that's good.
Right.
That's really good.
Yes.
Because I love seeing Man-Thing
Oh my God.
on Werewolf of Night. That was awesome.
Yes, that was
But
awesome.
in my opinion, Swamp Thing is a better character. And and that's in production right now. I can't wait for Swamp Thing to come out soon.
That's blasphemy, but I'll let you have that opinion.
You can talk about the blasphemy. This is what this show is for.
I need a second. So Marvel, I need to
take
talk
a couple
to you for
minutes
a
on WNHH LP 103.5 FM New Haven. Take this time.
Marvel, I need to talk to you for a second.
Yeah.
You were going in a great direction with your Moon Knight and stuff, and the Werewolf by Night, and you introduced Elsa Bloodstone, and
it was great.
Man Thing, and it was great, right?
It was wonderful.
You already was teasing it with like the whole Doctor Strange thing, right? This is your opportunity to take advantage of the supernatural elements of the Marvel universe. You took care of the cosmic already, right? You took care of the street level stuff, right? You got that part. But now you got to deal a little bit with the supernatural because they exist. The supernatural stuff exists. All right, you got to do that, and you got to do it in the right way. Why you haven't introduced, and the Marvel Zombies is a great, that's pre stuff. It's okay, but you got to deal with vampires really existing in your right. You got to. It's been spoken already. We already know they exist, right? Now you got to really deal with it. Ryan Coogler showed you in Sinners. All right, you just bring them to. He can do it. Let him have Blade. Let him take care of the vampires. But whatever. But doing the supernatural thing is going to work because I'm telling you now, that Creature Commandos that James Gunn did, that was good, brilliant. And you had the leg up already because you introduced Marvel, you introduced the supernatural thing through Doctor Strange, and you could have just kept it going, but you dropped the ball. Don't let them do a live action Creature Commando because you might not even put it out. You saw what you did to Ryan Coogler with Atlantis, and you made it that abomination with Wakanda.
I love what Ryan Coogler did with Atlantis. I loved it.
It wasn't even Atlantis. I'm embarrassed.
It. I thought
I was gonna forgive you, Ryan. I thought I was gonna forgive you, but I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Ryan, you're still good to me, man. I loved it. And since we got a couple minutes left, I want to stay away from the syllabus that I gave for everybody. My problem with Multiverse of Madness is it didn't feel like Multiverse of Madness. It felt like Scarlet Witch featuring Doctor Strange.
Right. Yeah.
That was my problem with it.
Yeah.
Stick to the title. In my opinion. I felt this could have been a great way to introduce Nightmare, which is one of my favorite Doctor Strange villains. Because it can take him into different, portals and dimensions and make people think differently. And Nightmare would have been a great villain.
That's fair.
I love seeing Scarlet Witch as a villain. I love Scarlet Witch, the character, what they did for it. It's really good. But I feel it can be more of a Doctor Strange film with Nightmare. It would have meant something more, in my opinion. You would have saw different realities. Right. It would have made a little sense to me more if we would have went there. You could have still introduced Clea in a way with that too.
Fair. I'm going to tell you what they did. I'm going to tell you what they did and why, and I think why.
But they had the perfect director. They had the perfect director.
Absolutely. I think the reason why they did that and they pushed the Scarlet Witch so much is because they dropped the ball twice. And I'm going to tell you where they dropped the ball. The Darkhold.
Yes.
The Darkhold was introduced in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right? Also, Ghost Rider was introduced in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I agree.
Their neglect of making that canon and a part of the universe the way it should have been really, really messed things up because you had a perfect introduction to the threat of, because they took the whole Hydra thing from Captain America and they ran that into the ground, and then they introduced Inhumans trying to fix that Inhuman mess that they made, and in the Kree Skrull War. So they made a lot of mistakes, and then so tying her, which makes sense, tying the Scarlet Witch to the Darkhold and Chthon made perfect sense. But truthfully, Chthon was more of the threat. He should have been the threat because the Scarlet Witch is a human that is the embodiment of the Scarlet Witch, which if you think about it, it's not what the book, it's not what the Darkhold is about. The Darkhold is about Chthon coming from his, from his prison, is basically the realm he's in, and taking over the world. That is a way bigger threat than just the Scarlet Witch. Is she powerful? Yes. Is she the major threat of what the Darkhold hold? Like all those, her destroying those different versions of the Darkhold, that's not going to work.
Yeah,
That's
and I feel you could have used whatever terms and deals she had in her contract. You could have took Scarlet Witch out and put her in Advocate all along, which would have made perfect sense in my opinion.
Right.
That would have made the series
right. They got this fatal flaw where they want to like kind of get rid of the big threats every movie, and they did that to her, which was stupid.
Yeah, which
it didn't make, it made no sense. So again, they were trying to fix some mistakes, which I kind of get, but the reality is you're gonna have to bring her back because the Darkhold isn't that easily destroyed. It was a good idea, but it's that, and they're gonna have to like talk about that. But that's another plot hole that wasn't necessary, and now you got to fix that, and now you got to fix everything else. So I don't know. I just think that bringing her back in Doomsday somehow has to be explained the right way, because it's not. It's going to be stupid.
Yep.
It's going to make no sense.
It's not gonna make any sense. I agree. But I feel the movie could have been. It was a great visually. It was a great movie. Multiverse of Madness.
Oh yeah.
Visually, it was a really great movie.
Phenomenal.
I didn't like. I thought the superhero deaths were funny to me. The Black Bolt death was funny to me, but it's Reed Richards. He's the smartest man alive. He shouldn't tell. In my opinion, shouldn't tell the villain of what we're gonna do to like he's one of the smartest characters ever.
And you know what I loved about that whole thing?
Yeah.
You know what I really loved about the whole thing? It was showing their hubris. That's really what they were saying. What their undoing was. It was the Illuminati thought that they were all powerful. It's the same with the comic book versions of them. They thought they were all powerful, and then they piss off the World Breaker Hulk, and he comes back and beats the brakes off everybody. Right? Comes to get his revenge. Right? So it's them showing their hubris and how fragile it really is when Scarlet Witch comes and she wrecks all of them. Like that should have never happened. Yeah. But I dig it. I really, really dig what they did and how they did it. And I think that when they introduced Professor X in his chair,
which was cool. I felt that should have been a secret.
It was all fan service. No, I know,
felt
right?
It should have been a secret. The
movie
was already promoted enough. And then you kill Patrick Stewart. There
were like three people that was on that in the Illuminati.
I'm gonna let you close out, Professor.
Right. There were like three people on the Illuminati that didn't even belong, right? That weren't a part of the original Illuminati. And that version of the Illuminati, fortunately, again, being an alternate universe one, this is your opportunity now to do the real deal, because Doctor Strange is aware of them. Now create the real Illuminati in the 616. That's how you put it together. Plus, you now have Reed Richards in the house. So you got Reed Richards.
Hold on.
So I don't know.
They could have done another Black Panther.
Yeah.
They could have.
That would have been your answer to another Black Panther. Illuminati one.
Yep, they could have. Absolutely.
You're talking about recasting. That would have been a perfect way to...
Well, again, in my vision, and I'm hoping that they follow it, they follow the comic book somewhat, this whole battle world thing where they have like the incursions and the different worlds and stuff like that, and they all merge and yada, yada, yada. This is where I'm hoping that we get stuff. They get to fix a lot of stuff, because there's still a lot of plot holes left. There's still a lot of plot holes that weren't filled over the different movies.
And there's a plot hole right now because I got to wrap everything up. Three-letter suspension. We got another edition next week. Myself, Preston, Easy Blues, and the OG Blur himself, supervillain to many, superhero to the ones that matter, the one and only Professor on 103.5 FM New Haven. We appreciate you and we thank you.
write about. Trying to figure out what it's all about. Existentialist, am I worth anything or just discount? I don't know.